Physical brain structure and stuttering in adults. One important part of our brain that helps with language is called the planum temporale. For most right-handed people, this area is bigger on the left side of the brain, which usually helps with talking. However, studies show that adults who stutter may have different brain structures. Stuttering is common in young children. About 5% of preschoolers show signs of stuttering, but around 75% of them get better on their own without any help. About 25% keep stuttering, and this is known as Pervasive Developmental Stuttering, PDS. In one study, researchers looked at the brains of 16 adults with PDS and compared them to 16 adults who speak fluently. The adults in both groups were similar in age, gender, handedness, and education. They used MRI scans to closely examine the brain areas that help with speech and language. Here are some important findings from the study. Planum temporale size. In people who stutter, the planum temporale was found to be larger on both sides of the brain. This means their language area may not be as strongly controlled by the left side of the brain as it is in fluent speakers. Symmetry. The brains of adults who stutter showed less difference in size between the left and right sides. This means their brains were more similar in size compared to fluent adults, who usually have a bigger left side. Gyri patterns. The folds and grooves in the brain, known as gyri, were also different. Some unique shapes were noticed, such as changes in a groove called the diagonal sulcus and extra bumps along the sylvian fossa, which is important for processing language. Number of atypical features. On average, adults with PDS had about 4 unusual features in their brains, while fluent adults had only 1. This suggests that people who stutter may have more different brain structures related to speech and language. Gender and handedness differences. There were also differences based on gender and handedness. For example, all right-handed women who stutter had extra gyri, but did not show unusual planar asymmetry. In contrast, most right-handed men who stutter had both extra gyri and unusual asymmetries. These findings show that adults with PDS have different brain structures compared to fluent speakers. This research helps us understand how the brain might be connected to stuttering. Scientists are still trying to figure out if these differences cause stuttering or if they happen because of stuttering. Knowing these differences is important for creating good support and help for people who stutter.